Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio. Today we've got Om in the chair. How you doing, bud?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks man. So what's the plan, what are we doing today?
I have no idea.
You've no idea?
I have
okay.
7 pictures.
Right, okay.
In a spectrum of just long to short hair.
Okay.
And I don't really know which one I want to get. I've got like a range.
Okay.
So I was thinking...
Sure, that one, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, something like that. I have that one, I think, would...
I don't know if we'll be able to get that in your hair, if I'm honest with you, but it's probably a little bit too fine and curly. Yours is quite thick and more wavy, so I think that might be a bit of a challenge to get it looking like that, if I'm honest. But let's see what the other ones are. Okay, yeah.
And then
So the first
this one I'm a bit iffy with. So it's like my hair right now, just a little bit short at the front.
Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah.
And this one, so in real life you had it gelled at the back. I'd like it like free.
Right, okay.
But I want mine to be a little bit free flowing.
Okay.
I think this one is a fairer man.
Okay.
I think it's just...
I think it's the same as Zane's, just styled differently.
Yeah,
by the
just a
looks
little
of
bit
it, yeah.
different.
Okay.
Yeah. But then this one, I feel like is long but short at the same time, which I feel like...
Yeah. So what are you feeling like most? What was drawing you towards, like, or what haircut was you drawn towards the most out of all them that you found?
To be honest, I have no idea because my features are very weird. They're like quite strong and the long hair sorts of like blends it in.
Okay.
If I get it nice and short, it just looks too much.
Okay.
So I want something that will essentially just look very, very good on me, like fits me perfectly.
Okay, well, I mean, every cut that we try and do, we try and make work, you know? So regardless of your features, then we can kind of work that in. So if you're worried about it going too short, like, I don't think there's anything about your features that stick out for me personally. You haven't got any kind of, like, you haven't got a really, really wide jaw or anything at all. I don't think your features are that out the ordinary, if you get what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
I think, I don't know, you see yourself.
Yeah, I see myself about that.
But that's the problem I have at the moment, or like the later years with all the different looks going, is that it's a psychological battle with the person. So it's like, I can see a haircut that could look good for you, or you can see a haircut that looks good for you, but then it's trying to get that across to you when you've got a few sort of elements. So, okay, so if you feel like short hair makes you look a bit weird, then are we going to scrap the short? Is that what you're thinking?
In your mind, what do you think will look good on me? If you might be able to picture a haircut on me that will look the best.
Well, I think will look good on you.
Because I've had buzz cuts before. I've had it very, very short.
Let's have a look. I feel like you need it off your face. That's one thing.
Yeah,
I'd say your hairline's too low to wear it down. I think when you've got your fringe covered like this, it just condenses. It makes your face round. When you pull it off your face, it widens it up and makes it more streamlined, a lot more. I'd say chiseled, if that's a word you want to use. Yeah. But do you know what? If I was you, I would probably cut it to like a medium length sort of flow hairstyle. That's what I would do. And then maintain a bit more length on the top. Yeah. But just cut it so it, and obviously show you how to style so it stays off your face. That's the one thing I would do. And you've got to think of the realistic elements of you styling it every day. Now, it doesn't matter how good it looks on camera. We're not out here for clout. We're out here to do real life haircuts on real life people, right? I always try and take that into account. Like, you're a real client. You're sitting in the chair. You've got to style this for the next however many weeks, months, whatever it is. You want to try and find the balance of length where you can thin it out enough that you can create movement in it without using texturizing shears, which will shatter it, which will grow out badly. And then obviously something that still is manageable for everyday use. So tell me a little bit about your lifestyle. Like, what do you do day to day? Like, how's this been day to day for you?
I mean, it's been fine. It looks good to look at, but having it is a bit of a problem. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's it. I bet you like get loads of compliments, don't you?
Yeah. People want to touch my hair all the time.
I can imagine what everyone's looking at now and are going to be commenting going, don't cut it. Well, I get it, honestly, mate. I mean, the reason you're struggling for it being on your face is because your hairline's so low. You've got a very low hairline. You've got the hairline.
I have a free hair.
You've got the hairline of the gods, mate. You know what I mean? If you look at that, there's people out there who pay money for this, right?
It's this bit. So I had to shave it as a kid because it looks so like a McDonald's hairline. Yeah.
So I think if I can try and find an image for you now that is in my head, that type of style, would you be happy with that?
That's perfect.
And just taking the sides down a touch, but trying to make it as flowing as possible. I think you'd really suit that. And I think, again, it's one of those things that with you not really knowing what you want, doing something really extreme, like say we did something like Zane's where it's like really short, but you know, if we took away that kind of ponytail at the back that he had on that picture and we took it very short and slicked, I've never cut Zane's hair, so I don't know what his hair texture's like, but I'd imagine it's a bit thinner than yours. And to slick yours down, you want to take low maintenance into the picture, you'd have to wash that every single day because it would be a heavy pomade that would slick that back. And that was for a red carpet event. So it doesn't really matter what the maintenance is like, doesn't matter how much he has to wash it, it's about what looks like right on the night, right? So that's the way you got to look at it. So the difference with that picture and the one you showed me, is the amount of separation in that picture of that guy's hair. He had a lot of curl flicking out.
Yeah, he's quite like
his doesn't, and that's what I wanted to show you, that imagery. It's a bit more realistic of the way yours will fall at the back as well. Yeah. Do you want to see?
Yeah, and that'll probably be easier to maintain like as it grows out.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And it would look good with his haircut because he's got like the curly waviness.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah, that's exactly it. And so 2 people agree?
Yeah, I think we'll go for it.
You know, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, numbers game this, right? More people who like it, the better, more convincing you can get, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so if you're for that, should we do something along the lines of that then? Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind, every single cut that we do is based around face shape. So it's always, face shape has to be taken into account with every haircut, otherwise it doesn't suit you. So that's why keeping a bit of length in through the back as well will work really well with your face shape as well. Yeah. All right? Cool. Give it a go?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go for it, man. Let's give this a shampoo and a condition, mate. And then
Oh,
we'll start it off. Right, guys, so we've just shampooed and conditioned Dom's hair. We're going to put this into a horseshoe section now, just to start with the back and sides. The back and sides are kind of like probably the most important part of this haircut, because they're going to create the flow, the movement, and the connection point to the top. Like we said at the start, he's got a recession from the gods, so we're going fairly low on this one. I'm going to cut this down to a length that I can still then work through my fingers and really thin out and texturise and give movement to. Probably take off about that much, I think would be a good one for this. So again, we've got a bit of free rein here. We've seen a picture that we like. I'm going to use that as a guide. Well, 2 pictures as a guide really. And then I'm just going to cut in what I can to still create that same effect. So I think about that much should be fine. Got a good couple of inches left on here that I can still work with the razor nicely as well. Really, really thin out and really dry that into shape as well. So, why have you, how have you got to this length then? Have you been growing it purposely, or is it just a bit of laziness? What would you say it is?
I don't know. Since I was a kid, I've always had like a bad experience with haircuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh my.
So would you say it's a bit of a phobia of going in and getting a haircut then?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, fair play. Yeah, fair play.
So on 2024, 1st of January, I shaved my head. I went for a buzz cut and then just let it grow out, and then.
So this is from the buzz cut, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. No cuts in between?
Nope.
Wow. Well done,
actually, no. I did. I got it redone again in March.
Oh, okay. What, the buzz cut again?
Yeah, to make it look that nice. Yeah. So it's
nice,
just growing out from March.
Would you consider yourself quite a laid-back person?
Yeah.
Actually, do you know what? I'll ask your friend.
Yeah.
Is he a laid-back person?
I'd say he's laid back depending on certain things.
Okay, fair enough.
That's a good answer.
That's a very good. That's a very good answer.
Yeah,
that was good. Okay, fair play. So yeah, I think anyone who grows the hair out from scratch has got to have some level of patience for sure. Whether it just depends on whether it's hair or not, but. That's good going, that, mate, because I know a lot of guys who couldn't do that, especially going from a buzz cut.
The awkward stage is just so annoying.
Yeah, 100%. How did you get past them?
I just filmed it. I won't lie to you. I kept putting like a hairband on and just let it be.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair play, yeah. That section's just hit my foot, and the weight of that hitting my foot was like a stone, yeah. Just to put it into perspective.
I can feel it, it's like dum, dum,
You can hear it, can't you? Yeah. What made you apply to come on the channel then, mate?
I was my friend. He's obsessed with you, to be fair. Okay. He goes, I was like, I need a stylist. I need someone to talk about hair. And he goes, you need to go to Regal.
Oh, wow. So, nice, man.
I applied and then we're here now, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
He's obsessed though.
Really?
I think off camera, if I FaceTime him, can you speak to him? Because he's like a big fan.
Yeah, do, mate. Yeah. I think you can do that at the end if you want.
He wanted to come, but he actually cut his hair. He can't stop cutting his hair.
Oh, no way. Yeah, what sort of hairstyles he got?
He's got like a messy fringe, but like a low taper.
It's the taper, man. Yeah. People get a bit addicted to tapers, you see. They can't not get one. Yeah, they grow it out for a little bit, and because it looks a little bit messy, it's like, I've got to get it done again. But they are because they look so good and so clean. It is hard not to get one done, you know.
Yeah.
Especially after about 3 weeks or so, or 4 weeks, that's when it really gets to you.
You get the flyaways of your hair and stuff. It'll be annoying.
It's got to be like you and be chill. And just grow it out, you know?
If I was to grow my hair out again, do I have to do like a maintenance haircut? Like, you know, where they cut the split ends or something like that?
Yeah, I'd recommend that. I don't know if it's necessarily split ends at this sort of length. Like, obviously what you've got now, but if you're growing it out, maintenance cuts, all they do is they keep you in shape, essentially, right? They keep you with a sort of style that almost looks as though it's meant to be that length, if that makes sense to you, right?
Yeah.
So it will just help you grow it out. I wouldn't say come very often though. I'd say no sort of more than no less than 3 months at a time. Because the more you come, the more you want off, right? And you just take more and more hair off. So you never really get to the stage you want to get to, right? Because you want to see a difference. That's the whole point of why you're coming in. You want to see a bit of a difference to your haircut.
Yeah.
And you've got to remember when you're going for maintenance cuts, you want to see less hair on the floor and more hair on your head. So yeah, every 3 months is perfect. It gives you a bit of an opportunity to get some length off if it needs to come off, to reshape it. And then you get to about a year and a half, 18 months, something like that. Maybe, about a year and a half, roughly. You come every sort of 6 months then. Just to kind of, if you're still growing it out, just because you want to get a good amount of length. You want to grow the layers out and get a much longer sort of layered haircut.
Yeah.
So that's what I always recommend to people. It's again, about having that sort of every 3 month thing as well. It gives people to look forward to it. Because it gets, yourself, a bit challenging in between stages, right? So it's like, great, I've got an appointment booked in July. Yeah. I'll be going there. So it just gives everyone a little bit of something to look forward to, really.
With my hair, do you think, I don't really know what type it is. Is it like curly, wavy? Like it's all over the place?
It's quite wavy, to be fair. Yeah, you've got a lot of wave in your hair. Just very naturally wavy. Yeah. I couldn't imagine it going curly.
Because I tried like curling products and stuff and just didn't do anything. So I just thought it was just...
curling products only encourage the curl more. They don't necessarily... Like if you haven't got curly hair, they won't curl your hair, essentially. Do you know? If you've got any form of curl, then they can sometimes... It kind of tightens the hair a little bit and then creates a bit more of a curl to it. So, but if you haven't got curly hair, it's very hard to get. Like if I put curl cream in mine, it wouldn't do a thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you put it in yours, it might just give you a bit more of an S curl, we call it. You know, if you want curly hair, I mean, you've kind of got to go down the chemical route, if that makes sense. So get a perm or something like that, or even just something that's going to add a bit of bend or a bit of kink into the hair. That's what I would say. But again, obviously, that's down to personal preference. What do you do for a living, mate?
Oh, well, I do data science. So I'm doing like a year out of just trying to do like some self-study. Because I want to go into cybersecurity.
Oh, nice. That's cool. What made you go down the route of like doing sort of data and stuff like that?
Originally I wanted to do architecture.
Oh, okay.
And then my mum sat me down, she was there like, I'm not sure about you in architecture,
Oh, really?
So I had a thought about it and I was like, do I want to do architecture? So I was like, let me just do data because I got a little bit of interest in it and it sort of multiplied from there.
Okay, so hang on, so let's just break that down. So when your mum said that she didn't think about you and architecture, what did she mean by that? Have you actually...
It was a bit of an insult. She goes, I don't see you as an artistic person.
Wow.
So,
Fair play, man. I mean, you know what, mate? You can't argue with mums though, can you? They see you differently, don't they?
I was like, oh my God, I think I'm a good drawer.
Maybe, you know what, mate? If you get good at the data science, you get successful in this, maybe then you can opt to go down the architecture route, you know what I mean?
Yeah, show my mum I can do it.
That's it, man.
Because I did GCSE art, and I think that was the first time I was drawing, but it was nothing to do with buildings, it was all just like portraits and
that's
everything. So what made you want to go into barbering and haircutting?
I got an opportunity offered to me to do this for a living, so I was like, well, if I'm honest, I kind of enjoy being here. It's good fun. Yeah. It's artistic, which I like, It kind of bodes well with what my interests are. It's sociable, which I like too. And I have no idea what I'm going to do when I leave here. So it was kind of like, it was a bit of a like kind of last ditch attempt to get a job, as well as kind of being down my street of being artistic. So yeah, I'd say if I had to pick one of those, that was probably because I needed a job as well. I wasn't too sure what I was going to do.
Well, you did very good. I mean, all my friends are big fan. I'm a fan.
Thanks, man. That's very kind.
Amazing. When you first started out, were you good, like naturally good, or did you suck and you were like, oh my God?
No, I mean, obviously I'd done terrible haircuts, don't get me wrong, but again, I picked it up very quickly though, which, not everyone does. Doesn't mean you're going to be any good. Doesn't mean you're going to be bad at the job. It just means that, if you pick it up really quickly, it does help a lot, But I don't know, you'd have to ask the guys I work with to tell me if they thought that. I thought I was all right. But no, you don't just get good at it straight away, I've been doing this a very long time. I've put a lot of time into education. I've trained a lot, I've been to loads of people. I've spent a lot of money learning new things and being more creative and stuff. So, it's one of those kind of jobs where you can just get better and better. You can't get worse, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can only get better and better. You only get worse when you kind of give up. I suppose that's the same for any creative industry, isn't it? You know, musicians, things like that. I think anyone in the creative world, if you don't put the effort in, then obviously things won't go your way. So yeah, there's no magic to it, mate. It's just hard work, mate. I mean, look at this channel. You know, this channel wasn't built overnight. We've been doing this for 7 years. You know, we've been working. We've done this weekly for 7 years, consistently as well. So you know, it's only going to build up momentum, isn't it? When you do more and more of it, it's like anything, isn't it? So how much movement we've got in that now? All that separation. See, if I went too short on Hum's hair, you wouldn't get that same feel. Like that's really, really thinned out, right? But it's not wispy. I haven't used anything that's blunt. I've used a very straight blade. So it's always going to have it retain its structure to the haircut as well.
Yeah, if you can hear that, I haven't eaten anything all day.
Mate, it's probably, I was thinking it's either mine or Liam's, to be fair.
I'm so hungry.
Don't worry, I can't imagine the amount of editing that Liam has to when he hears our bellies rumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just blending that down. I'm just going to trim around under the hairline as well, just get rid of any of them loose hairs. I'm going to try and simplify this even more, especially when we come to styling for Om. So I'm going to put a little bit of clay into the hair while it's wet, and then I'm going to blast it through with the hairdryer. Really quick blow dry, super quick. I'll show you how to do a really quick blow dry as well for you, mate, okay? That will help a lot. But if you just let products dry in naturally, they add that hold and that structure to the haircut before it comes to doing anything with it. So when you're looking for effortless hairstyles, the only way you can do that is obviously get the right cut, so you get the right texture put in the hair, make sure everything's falling into place, and then put in a decent product into your hair towel dried. And that way, as it dries, so as you say, it takes a while to dry. As it dries, it will bring that style out for you. Okay. Right. So let's cut the top end now. Down the centre, like so. And then just as the round of the head near the crown, just going to separate that out there like that. I'm going to start from the front. Pull this back a bit as well, so you maintain some length to the top. Again, working on one finger width sections as well, because we are taking a lot of length off the top. It does sound so dramatic when there's no sound and then you hear the hair hitting the gown. And then we just run the razor through this as well. Very thin this out, so just from about halfway to the ends. We go from the bottom all the way up, okay? So you're going to collapse all the way to this.
Could you hear that?
I heard that one.
Yeah. Could Could you also sort out the widow's peak, please?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll do that for you.
It just looks a bit weird sometimes.
Yeah, I'll shape that up for you. Right, so that's the length done. All right, so you can have that little Zane thing down if you want. You know what I mean? You've got a lot of variation to this now. So clay goes in this. Okay, got quite a bit of clay in, right? So make about maybe a 10p piece amount of clay. Okay, because again, we'll just absorb it all. Okay, so make it through your hands, through your fingers like this, so you haven't got a big build up. Okay, and then you work it into your hair. Because again, when you've got a water-soluble product, it will sort of dilute as it goes into your hair a little bit, okay? So you could leave this just to dry in like this and it would stay a lot flatter to the head, right? So you wouldn't have to use heat if you didn't want to. You could wear it just like this. Let bits just fall over, hang over, do what you want to do, right? If you want to. I'm going to dry it off though, just so you can see the finished look, all right? Right, there we go. So it's a really, really quick blow dry technique now, all right? High speed, high heat. Okay. You blow dry everything from this side into the middle, that side into the middle, and back. Okay. All right. Like that. And down the top. From right to left. Like that. Right, and then obviously you just style however you want. So maybe flick it. I think it comes nice from that side.
I like this. Yeah, I like
that side's nice, man. Bring it across, give it a scrunch, and let that just dry in itself. All right, and then you've got all that texture, all that movement, all that shape. So it's a bit of a mixture of like you could have Zane's haircut, you could have the picture that we looked at. You could keep it sitting just on the ear if you want to, and then have it coming through the back. It depends on what sort of style you want to go for, or you could scrunch it and have it really, really messy and bring out that wave, you know?
So like 3 different hairstyles.
Yeah, you've kind of got like 3 different ways. Perfect. It's just the dressing of it, you see. It's the dressing of the hair. So by putting the clay in and drying it in, it creates hold, it creates movement, and it brings out the style. So again, if you left that to dry in naturally, you get a similar finish. Maybe not as like kind of style, but you get a very similar finish. But I just think that looks really nice on you, man. It just takes away the hugeness of it and gives you a bit of shape. Do you know what I mean? By keeping that length here, it widens out the jawline. It brings in the jawline a bit more by keeping that little bit of length through there. There we go. Now, if you could do me the favour, and if you could hold the mirror for me. Okay. Right. Now, head height, that's it. And I'll spin you around. I want you to look at your hair in the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
If that was too short, I wouldn't be able to do that. It would have just been so thick, I wouldn't be able to move it around. Same that side as well. So it's even both ways.
Oh, this is good. I could do a lot with this hair.
Yeah, you could. You could. And it's thin enough that you can really feel the difference of the hair. Do you know what I mean?
It's going to sleep well as well.
Yeah, man. You haven't got an extra pillow now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But as you can see, look, you put your hands through there like that, you get all that type of movement and shape anyway. So it depends on what you do in the daytime. You know what I mean? If you want to scrunch it and leave it to hang a bit more down, you can. If you want to have it more off your face, you can wear it like this today. If you're
like neat and messy at the same time. It's perfect. Yeah, this is perfect.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you've helped me there by having like I said, the hair from the god. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? It makes it a bit easier to do. Yeah. But yeah, it just gives you a good chance to have a few different looks that you want to create. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Happy?
I really like this. Yeah.
It's cool, isn't it?
I know. This is perfect.
You let that dangle down.
I do like it.
It looks nice down, doesn't it, man? It does.
I do like it.
Yeah, I'm glad, mate. I'm glad.